So recently I have been doing a little bit more practice, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, my intention next year is to play more golf. It's been difficult. This year has been tricky, balancing family, balancing work and many other commitments. But next year I am genuinely hoping to get out a little bit more and obviously showcase that very much on the channel. The other thing that I've been doing as well recently is recording series and workshops of videos on my online academy as well, which again, if I'm sort of standing there hitting more shots, it kind of, well, gives me that little bit of motivation to at least demonstrate things pretty competently. And what I've also been doing is, because I'm recording stuff on the channel here and also on my online academy, I'm doing lots more repetition. And what I sort of noticed is that my back was starting to just sort of ache a little bit the other day after I'd sort of spent some time doing some videos of series of, well, recording different positions and stuff. And what that did is, well, because for the videos that I've been doing as well, same as today, I've been videoing my swing, which I haven't done for a while. And I sort of noticed that, like a lot of golfers, I was creeping into some bad mistakes. And the big mistake that I was making was in my posture. And this happens a lot, I think, for a lot of golfers. I was starting to sit down a little bit too much, so my hips were falling a little bit too far behind my ankles. Almost kind of makes the pelvis sit down a little bit too much as well, like so. And then you start to get that sort of pain in the lower part of your back as I'm in my posture, and you start to notice the way you feel like you're quite a long way away from the golf ball. Now, I'd say that I'm sort of, it doesn't, with my sort of golf swing, even with the bad posture, I'm not going to necessarily suggest that it was making me hit the ball really bad, but what I did notice is when I changed my stance, my posture, how much easier rotation felt and movement felt. And that's why I wanted to create this video. I thought I'd take the opportunity, as it's a sort of wintry bit of weather here, but it's also, the sun is shining and it's quite nice. I wanted to try and get a few more reps under my belt for my swing and just get used to my actual posture. So what I was doing is just trying to make sure that I get the feeling of tucking my hips a little bit more underneath me, and then to be able to sort of reach down for the club and trying to make sure it feels a little bit more like an upper body move. And I do this for students. I do it in one of two ways. If it's somebody online that I'm working with and their posture, they sit too much this way, what I'll get them to do is keep the pelvis underneath the upper body, and then to reach down for it, I tend to ask them to grab like a heavy object and just get the feeling that the heavy object is pulling them. And if it's for a student that I'm working with face to face, I will literally ask them to stand here like so, and then I will pull their arms down. And then this way, you see, it gets me much more over the golf ball like so. Okay, so that's a big thing that I would probably suggest that you start doing, is in your posture when you're practicing at home. Don't let your hips fall too far behind your ankle line because of the pressure it'll put in and around your back and in and around your spine, and to actually start to go a little bit more underneath, a little bit more upper body over. So just imagine somebody's pulling down your arms, so it's the upper body coming over, and then you will feel a little bit closer. But the good thing about feeling a little bit closer is it'll encourage better rotational motion. So my pelvis being more this way actually makes it much easier to be able to move out of the way in the downswing position to create an impact position like so. From a bit this way, you're always going to be prone to standing up. So the posture itself can make such a big difference. I know, personally speaking, it's made a big difference for myself. Definitely feels like there's less sort of compression in and around that spine. Oh. And although it's a bit cold and the old muscles and bones aren't moving quite as well as if it was a warmer climate, I definitely feel a lot easier making a few of those swings. So I wanted to share it with you. Double check your postures, particularly if it's you're starting to notice a little bit of discomfort in and around your back, and it should make the rotational movement a lot easier. See you guys again really soon.